Greg?
Yeah.
Like when you guys are playing, when you're on stage, like do you ever wish like you were that dolphin right there?
Do I?
Yeah. Have you ever like wished
Always.
you were that?
That's what's going on in my head pretty much whenever I'm creating music. That's visually, if we plugged in a wire from my brain to a screen, that's what you'd see.
Oh, that dolphin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole scene.
All right. Cool. Wow. So you gonna post this tune on your site?
Yeah, pretty soon. Kind of stoked about it, but I haven't really had time to work on it because I've been doing some hip hop stuff with some friends. It's been kind of fun.
Cool.
But I want to get this up before we go on tour again.
All right.
Yeah, have a fourth song up there.
I like it. I like what I'm hearing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm stoked about it. I got some ideas for it, but this is all rough now. No bass, just kind of some sketches. But
very cool.
Right.
Influences.
Musically?
Yeah.
Lots of them. I guess it kind of depends on what I'm working on. Interestingly enough, for Me Without You, I hadn't played bass before I was in that band, so I never really approached writing music from a bass player's perspective. So I was kind of afraid. I had the confidence that I could play it because I had played guitar and had been playing with these guys for years, so the chemistry was already there. But for me, it was how do I approach this, and I know a lot of people kind of draw their influences from more classic rock bands or bands that have been around from a long time ago that influence the more contemporary bands. So I feel almost kind of corny citing contemporaries of ours as bands that influence me, but definitely as far as bass playing goes, it's a band called Interpol, who maybe people who know our band or a lot of indie music obviously know them. They're a pretty big band, but and I know he probably draws from influences that are more obscure, but basically I was trying to approach like a non-linear way of playing, a way because since I'm not the first bass player in this band, there was already an established rhythm section and the way that was played, and it's not really root note following the guitar kind of playing. So I just listened to a lot of like indie stuff and older stuff and just kind of picking apart how people would approach the bass, and it really helped me develop my own style. When I'm making my own music, like if I'm kind of at the helm of writing the songs, I probably pull from the stuff I listened to growing up when I was a teenager. And back in high school, I really got into like R.E.M. and The Cure and 10,000 Maniacs and Morrissey and the Smiths and all that kind of stuff. A lot of that Britpop and new wave kind of thing kind of influenced my songwriting to kind of have more like a pop style. But then when that kind of got integrated to stuff I got into later in high school, started playing in bands with the guys that I play with now, some hardcore bands or just more punk bands or more kind of indie approach. I kind of took that and kind of meshed the two together. And not that that's very innovative or that I'm the first to do that by any means, but that's kind of where I enjoy writing from, is from pulling from my influences that are very much pop savvy, and then ones that are kind of take a more gritty off the radar approach to writing certain parts or certain guitar tones or stuff like that. So my own music, as I was just talking about, is called, I call it The Tourist. And then recently, a little plug, I've been doing some stuff with my friends, making some beats and doing some hip hop stuff, calling ourselves the Kings of Free Time. We've got a lot of free time on our hands and trying to spend it creatively, trying to have some fun with it. But yeah, and I don't know, some of our influences for that are, I would say for me, as far as writing the beats and stuff, probably be Tribe Called Quest, some De La Soul, Black Sheep, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, stuff like that. For me and my friends, probably more early mid-90s stuff back in high school we were listening to, and kind of took that with us. So yeah, it's fun to have those three things going on. Obviously, Me Without You is the main thing and the focus, and where most of the energy goes. But kind of recently, just figured why not do other stuff that I like to do and create it and have my friends help me and enjoy it, all together. Celebrate creating art together. It's a good time, and I'm grateful for it. So.
Let's not stand
let's
here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So, so like, when do you think, you know, like these 3 musical projects, or when do you think, when do you think you'll be done with them?
I don't know, man. For each of them, and not to sound cliche, but probably, when the fat lady sings,
yeah.
For each of them.
That'll,
I guess 3 of them are singing right now.
Oh, wow. Well, they're not just singing, dude. They're dancing.
I think it's time then, man.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm through.
So you won't let anybody sign your cast?
It's true. A lot of friends have been bugging me.
You know.
Unfortunately, I've said no. I didn't want to feel like a fool walking around by myself and having all these signatures, but it's my friends expressing themselves. I should just let them, have fun with it, but I had to be uptight about it.
Yeah.
So now, here I am in front of this firing squad wall.
With all these bullet holes.
My executors didn't bring a blindfold or a cigarette, or even offer me any last words, but nonetheless.
You know, if you were in grade school, it would be, signing your cast would be expected.
It would be expected, but
you're not in grade school anymore.
I'm not in grade school anymore.
No, yeah.
Grade school.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So is this like where?
This is boutique. This is high-end shopping right here. This is where me and my friends get most of our gear, and I'm on a mission right now to look like our guitar player's wife, Nikki. Sexual, unisexual kind of style.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Like girls wearing men's shoes.
Yeah.
And
So we realized about a month ago, working on a tour bus, we both had plaid shirts, dark jeans, same knit hat, and same color shoes on. She said, you know what? She had a heavy jacket vest. She said, would you mind getting one? She didn't put it that way, but she said, why don't you get one? It'd be funny. So the next tour, which we have coming up, we can be twins on the tour. It'd be kind of funny. So I'm gonna go scope out some some heavy jacket.
All right. Oh, there's a vest. Are you like planning on going to well, are you planning on sleeping in that somewhere?
Doubles as a sleeping bag right there. Have to do this.
You guys gonna release anything on vinyl? I mean,
actually, we're thinking about it. We're kind of in the works, but she donated your record collection too. It doesn't seem like it's. You were mentioning selling your, donating your clothes here, but I didn't know you were,
that
donating these too. But I guess they're not really hot sellers because according to this tag, it looks like you dropped them off in 1998. They haven't really moved in 9 years. So yeah, maybe we should get out.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.